is ask the question, what really moves the market? And also, how does it move through its various stages, which we're going to talk about shortly. We look at the markets, we think of the traditional methods of market analysis, foundational analysis that I mentioned earlier, is simply a derivative of what we always have thought about traditionally. We talk about the fundamental approach, the technical approach. These are the common two different sides of the equation, or two sides of the coin, that we're taught through the years of study that we've all probably put into it, or if you have not yet studied the markets, this is what you're going to hear traditionally in the textbooks, the classes, and so on. And what we're going to talk about is a really forgotten market segment that really represents most likely the most profitable entity or group of traders that really have ever existed in our history of the stock market, and that is the floor traders. The traders that are on the New York Stock Exchange, the specialists, the market makers, the participants on the floor of the Mercantile Exchange in Chicago. These players make their livings. These traders trade every day with large sums of capital, but rarely do you get a chance to look inside their heads and find out what it is that they're looking at to make their decisions each day. One of the 40% of the times that I'm wrong. And if the market breaks a certain level, says that's where you're wrong. You told yourself before getting into the trade that's where you're wrong. Move on. Cover the trade, move on. Well, we'll talk about how we set stops, entries, exits all around these structures. And we're going to begin with a top-down approach. We're going to look at these different pictures and these different structures on various time frames to ultimately form a top-down approach or a top-down view of the market. We see right here Intel on a daily chart. Right now, in this particular area, now it's easy to say what it looks like, but in this particular area we look like an obvious Stage 1 accumulation. It's that simple. Following a decline. And what we have to ask the question is, every time we look at a chart on any time...
デビッド・ナッサーの仕掛け講座。ナッサーの価格動向と売買高から相場展開を見抜くセミナーシリーズです。微妙なバランスを探しながら、刻々と変化し続ける相場心理。その推移を価格と売買高に反映させながら相場は動いていく。複雑な相場指標を使うこともなく、特別な情報源を必要とするわけでもなく、価格動向と売買高だけで相場展開を予測し、群集心理に先んじて行動する手法をこのセミナーでナッサーが詳細に紹介します。トレーディングでの最大の決断は売りと買い、それに対して相場の展開パターンは上昇、下落、そしてもみ合いの3通り。単純に考えれば、決断と相場展開が合致する確率は6分の1。実に 50% 以上の確率で成功するのがトレーディングなのですが、価格動向と売買高。この最も基本的な情報を読みこなし、的確に相場展開を予測することで、本来約束されているトレーディングの成功率を自分のものにできるセミナーです。